What is going on, guys? Today we're looking at Team of the Season Fernandinho. Well, to start off, this card 367k at this moment in time. He may go up, may go down. 410 on the PlayStation for a 93 rated Brazilian CDM. Really nice price. I think in general I'm quite happy with that price. Unfortunately, I've held mine for about a day and a half, which is a bit of my mistake. Obviously, he has dropped. I bought him at 430, so I've took a bit of an L on that one. But Ericsson did make me, I think, a good 180k due to his price going up, which is always fantastic. So, to be honest, I'm kind of at the middle at the minute. And I'm kind of debating whether to keep this card. I really like him. I think CDM-wise, some stats are really nice. You'll see the team that I have used him in. Mainly what I do, to be honest, with this team, as I've been using him for a little bit without recording anything, just kind of getting more of a feel for him, as I was kind of contemplating bringing him in the squad full time. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do more of a in-depth review on this player. I thought I want to give him a bit more than just 5 games. I think currently I've played about 15 to 20 games with him, so I know this card really well, and I think that's a good point to do on some of these players. Some of them that really are kind of obtainable to the average player. I think 300k, 400k is obtainable more than, say, a million, 2 million. I think that's throwing a bit too much. I think 300k, a month worth of grinding on a casual player could potentially do that. I'm not saying that you could play this game once a day for about an hour or two and probably get 400k, but if you do FUT champs, if you do rivals, more than likely 2 to 3 weeks you'd be able to get that, to be honest. As well as Pat Luck, obviously, is always nice as well. But what we're going to do is look at his stats. So 80 pace is good enough, to be honest. For a CDM, that's not terrible. 93 defending with 91 physical. I'm really happy with that. 93 passing, 87 dribbling, and 83 shooting. Overall, that's fantastic. For a CDM at 300, 400k, you're not going to find much in that sort of range of kind of stat-wise. He's got 91 stamina, 99 aggression, as well as 99 short pass. A couple of other standouts, 93 shot power, which is always nice for them random driven shots. 98 interceptions, which is perfect for a CDM, as well as 95 standing tackle and 96 marking. I think they're the kind of the real, as well as 94 reactions as well. I think that is a very important one. Also, 4-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves. Skill moves could be a little bit better, but again, CDM, I'm looking more for a confident player to play the ball out rather than skilling around anyone. I don't really want to be taking any risks with him going forward, so that's always nice as well anyway. 5'10", could be a bit taller. I think that's my only issue with this player, and the only kind of doubt that I'm having with keeping him in the squad. I think I'm looking more for a 6 foot, as at the minute I think I'm kind of switching between Casemiro and Conte as my other CDM, as I have 2 obviously. They're very small CDMs, so for me I'm kind of looking for that really big 6 foot. But then again, I could replace Conte as well. Possibly I'm looking at maybe Vieira. And also, just if you've got here this quick, Baby Hullet, anyone used him? I'm looking for something. I need to know, is he worth the 500k? Is he worth putting that money in? Or do I stay and grind for the 93, I think it's 93 or 92, the prime one? Because I'm looking to try and get one of them. I really want a Hullet in my team. And at the minute, Baby's what I can afford. Or I could possibly try and grind for the prime. May take a little bit longer than normal, but I'm willing to put that effort in if it's not worth the Baby. So let me know down below if you've already used him. That would be absolutely amazing if you know. Chemistry style wise for Fernandinho, we went off a little bit of a tangent, but chemistry style, personally, defending and physical is good enough for me. You could go for more of a pace option if you really wanted to boost that pace up a little bit more. Personally, again, Catalyst really wouldn't do too much for the passing, as it's already 93, as well as the Shadow. That would get you 97 defending. The Anchor would be a little bit better just to get that physical up as well. But what I personally would choose is to go away from that pace entirely, because the defending's already really high for me. The main thing that's letting the defending down from a 93 is mainly the 70 heading accuracy, and that, again, could be slightly irrelevant. I guess jumping for headers, he isn't the greatest. He doesn't win every single header. He does win a few, so you can't contemplate that that's not a bad thing, but he isn't the out-and-out winner, say like Vieira, again like Hullet, or someone along them lines. He's not going to win absolutely everything, which is more of a ground player. He's more ball on the floor, play out, is that sort of player. Great tackler, great interceptor, but more in the air. That's where his kind of downfall is a little bit. Not saying that he's terrible at it, because he does have 87 jumping as well, which is always fantastic. But that's just kind of some things that I've noted down from him. So more for me, I'd be possibly looking at maybe like an engine kind of chem style. That would get you 85 pace. I know it's gone to pace as well, but it would get you more on the dribbling side as well as a little bit of passing. And it does boost up the passing quite considerably. Even though it only goes up an overall of 1. You get an extra, so you get 95 free kick accuracy, which is always nice in case you really wanted to. You get 94 vision, 86 crossing, and 99 long pass, as well as obviously already having 99 short pass. A couple of others that you could possibly look at, maybe a powerhouse would get you that defending and passing. If you go for maestro, you could go with it. You could go with a shooting one if you wanted him more CM role, as he could definitely even with a hunter. I think he could definitely go for that that kind of CM. Even possibly push up to a cam roll potentially. It'd be an 89 kind of overall as such in a cam roll. But CM definitely, he would have 90 pace and 87 shooting. I think that's more than good enough for a CM in my opinion. Personally, I like him more as a CDM, but most definitely could be viable option for a CM as well. So overall rating, what am I thinking? I've already gave him kind of this big review. I've played with him a lot. Overall, I'm quite happy with him. I think he's definitely up there in the sense of a CDM for me. But I think there is going to be better. I still think that he's got, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the height that's letting him down or just a pure meta factor about him, if you get what I mean. I'm kind of thinking, you get the Neymar, you get the gold Neymar, you get the inform Neymar, you get the team of the year Neymar. All of them are fantastic. He's that meta overall player. You get the Fabinho from the very start of the year. Even now, to be honest, I really wish he got a team of the season, because he would have been absolutely fantastic. And he would have been practically the same as Fernandinho, but the meta version, if you get what I mean. EA have made that card better than what he seems. And I think that's what Fernandinho lacks. He's a great card, but he just doesn't have that EA stamp of approval, and I think Fabinho definitely has that. And if they brought a team in a season moment out, I think I'd have to snap it up. It'd be 600-700k easily, but that would be absolutely incredible. I don't know how he didn't get a team in a season. I know the competition was very, very tough, but I just think he did enough for me. He absolutely dominated in the Barca match, which as a Man U fan, don't want to admit, but they absolutely smashed it. And he played fantastically, tactically, I was going to say strategically, that's exactly the same thing, tactically down to a T, and is a fantastic CDM. So that for me pushes him down, in my opinion, on Fernandinho, and I'm going to have to give him an 8.5. I think he's a great player. I just think that 1.5 is the meta stamp of approval for me. Even though saying that, I'd say definitely suggest him as someone, if you are that casual player, or you've got 400k coins lying around and you really want to boost that midfield up, I think he's going to be a wonderful player to add to your selection. And I'm personally figuring out what I'm going to do with him. If I do a sellout and take the loss, or wait out and see what happens. Personally, I don't know yet. We'll probably find out in a future player review, as I may mention it. So if you are watching them, make sure you keep subscribed to have a look. We're going to be doing player reviews left, right and centre as we go forward in Team of the Season, and hopefully we do get some of the content that we have been craving for. But if you do enjoy these videos, a like is always appreciated, and like I said before, if you're new around here, a subscription always helps. We're trying to get to 3k. I think at this moment in time we're 110 away, so any help is necessary. That is brilliant, and I will see you all for the next one. Peace.